What were the lessons you guys took away from that first meeting with these guys back in week 10?
Just you got to execute. That's all it is. Just execute and go out there. I feel like that game, I think the energy was there, but it wasn't as other games we had. Having the energy there and being like physical. One thing though, just start fast. That's one thing we should start doing. We learned for the first game.
Trevin, what's the energy around this team right now? It's been a long time since this franchise has been. It's over, cuz.
I mean, the mood is great. I feel like win, lose, or draw, the mood is always great. Because at the end of the day, you got to come and work. Every day is different. No matter the circumstance, no matter if you winning record, losing record, you still got to come in and work.
Do you guys feel the excitement from the community and the fans, and how do you kind of feel that, but also channel, the focus that you need to have to just take it?
Yeah, we do. We feel the fans around, the energy and all that. But at the end of the day, like I say, just people around us in the locker room. We got to go on the field and just play ball and get energy from obviously the fans, but the people in the locker room as well.
They're coming off that big win over Tampa last week. Obviously, they're going to have some confidence about that whole loud environment. What does this week look like for you guys in terms of getting what you guys need to get out of it?
Like I said, you treat every week the same, no matter who the team is or who you playing. Obviously got to go in there, execute. Because at the end of the day, like I say, they had Tampa was a good game. I watched that game. It was a good game, fighting back and forth. Saints is a good team. No matter the record, they're a great team. So you can't just go sleep on them. You got to go in there, play at your ability.
The running back Neal taking the place of Kamara, who's been down with a knee, he looked pretty impressive.
Yeah, he did. He looked pretty good. Even like in college, he was pretty good though. So he's a good running back.
What do you know about Chuck now? A month or so later, that was the first couple of starts. What do you know about him now?
A lot, because I feel like with Chuck, obviously a rookie. Like I can say from my aspect, just getting there and feeling, trying to get comfortable. Now he's getting more comfortable, and you're seeing more of who he was at Louisville when he was playing at Louisville. Obviously, like I said, as a rookie, you want to go in there first and try to fill in, but then when you start getting more comfortable, that's when you start seeing, oh shoot, like he's athletic. He can play with the best of the best.
Granted, what happened last time, you're that. Are you looking to get a little revenge, probably get back game?
I mean, like I said, you treat everything the same. If they beat us the first game, just go in there, treat the team the same. Go in there and play to your ability and go execute what we got to do.
But as competitors, as you guys are coming down to the end of the season, playoff going on right now, I'm sure there has to be a little bit more of that heightened energy. Do you feel like the competitor comes out a little more as you guys are tied for first, trying to win out the division for the first time in 10 years?
You don't want to think ahead. You want to take one game at a time. Obviously, our goal is to go be 1-0 Sunday, so you just want to take one game at a time. You don't want to think two ahead.
But it's got to get harder, though, as things ramp up a little bit. How do you maintain that mentality as the stakes get higher and higher?
Obviously, like Canales, keep us well-grounded because you don't want to get too high. You get too high, then you can start overthinking and then not go out there and play well. Like I said, you just want to focus on every Sunday of the team we play in front of us.
Obviously, this is the part of your season that requires that week-to-week consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's been up and down. So how do you kind of find that right now? Where does that start from?
Obviously coming together as a team, Obviously, the coaches play a big part, but as a team, because we the ones on the field. So obviously coming together as 11 on defense and, obviously 11 offense are just helping people come together as a team, and being one.